Good camera work is relatively easy to achieve. If you follow, or should I say avoid, these 7 big no-nos, you'll fast track your way from amateur to quality video recordings in no time.
The 7 deadly camera sins are fire hosing, snap shooting, headhunting, backlighting, motor zooming, upstanding, and jogging. Number 1. Fire hosing. Fire hosing is shooting your video the same way a fireman hoses a fire, by quickly moving from one place to another. Your camera is vaguely moving from subject to subject with very little time spent holding one position.
Here's what the footage looks like.
You should know what you want to shoot before you shoot it. Usually, if you're unsure of what you want to capture, you'll wave the camera around and just hope to get something good. This type of footage is hard to watch because it doesn't spend enough time on the subject to make sense of what is actually happening. It's okay to pan and zoom between subjects, just plan and rehearse the movements before actually rolling film. Number 2. Snap shooting.
Snap shooting is taking shots that are too quick to view. Here's an example.
These type of shots usually only work in a machine gun car commercial or a hyper music video.
Snap shooting usually results from 2 poor habits. One is treating your video camera like a still camera, and the other is not shooting enough head and tail footage.
You will generally want about 5 seconds of actual footage and 3 to 4 seconds of leading and bookend footage, also called head and tail footage.
Make sure you shoot a little bit extra video at the beginning and end of each clip. That'll give you flexibility of cue points while you're editing. And a lot of the times you'll edit things differently than what you originally planned.
Number 3. Headhunting.
Headhunting is when we frame people directly in the center of the screen, like I am now. It kind of resembles looking through the sight of a gun. Although this may seem natural because that's the way we see, it kind of looks odd when it's viewed on a TV. Instead, try using the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds is a compositional guideline within any visual medium.
When interviewing people, divide your screen or canvas into 3 sections, both vertically and horizontally. Now you will have 4 intersections. Have their eyes around one of the top crosshairs. Also position them so they're looking into the frame. This means having the most space in the direction that they are looking.
When framing a stand-up, try keeping the reporter's eyes around the upper horizontal line, similar to what you see here.
Number 4. Backlighting.
Backlighting is having your light source behind your subject, like this large window behind me.
What is happening is your camera sensor automatically adjusts the exposure for the brightness of the scene your subject is standing in front of. Because no light is reaching the front of your subject, they'll turn into silhouettes.
You must notice these problems before you shoot. You can do this by looking through the viewfinder and seeing how much detail you can see in your subject.
The easiest way to fix this is by changing the subject's location or changing the camera angle. Number 5. Motor zooming. Motor zooming is zooming in and out too much. There are only 2 situations when you should be zooming. One is real-time coverage and you need to keep an image on screen, like this car driving by or a sporting event. The second is progressively revealing an image. Number 6. Upstanding. Upstanding is shooting everything from your shoulder at eye level. Yes, that's the easiest way to shoot, but it's also the most boring for the viewer. We already see everything from eye level, so why not show us a unique view or angle of your subject? And finally, number 7. Jogging. If you're walking or jogging while shooting, you're probably a video recording sinner. The up and down bounce can be nauseating for the viewer. Moving shots are interesting and can enhance your video, but make sure the movement is in one direction, not up, down, left, right, forward, and backwards all at once. Some points to minimize the shake. Use wide angles. The closer you're zoomed in, the more exaggerated the shake will be. Don't have the camera touch your face and use the viewfinder. Walk with bent knees and legs and walk fluidly. And pretend the camera is a very hot cup of coffee that you don't want to spill.